guys, welcome to A Woman's Friend. So say hello. Strangely enough, well, it isn't really strange because out of 5 of our kids, 4 look like the dad. He really looks like his dad. So we went for a private scan. This is probably the best one of his face. See the forehead here, the nose, that's where the eyes are, and this is the mouth, obviously the belly. So I was a bit suspicious about getting a private scan because I thought, oh, they just want money, this isn't the best picture. I think this one here actually is, but this one shows his face the best. So I was a bit suspicious of getting a private scan because I thought, oh, they just want money. Cost me 80 quid, but I honestly have to say I recommend it. Obviously look at reviews, and this place has nothing but high reviews, and I was right, I wish I did it with all my children. A lot of women go there for reassurance, so before their first scan, which is normally 13 weeks. But yeah, I think it's well worth it, you know. There's a lot of reassurance scans. Yeah. The reason I like the pictures is because it doesn't have your details on them. So I do want to frame this on the wall. So I went there to see the gender of the baby, and me being me, can't keep much to myself. So I was planning to come back home and tell my husband, okay, I'm having a boy, girl. I knew I was having a boy, but I just needed that reassurance. So my friend came with me because the kids are off school and we couldn't book there until the evenings on a weekday, which is really a struggle. And obviously the weekend, you can bring children there, but you know, bringing 5 I suppose is a bit much. So my friend came with me, and even she said, it's funny, when you're pregnant with girls, you have really big boobs and you gain a lot more weight. I think being pregnant with girls, for me, a lot of people say, oh, it doesn't matter, all pregnancies are different, and yes, I do agree, but I can honestly say maybe I'm just one of the rare few. When I carry girls, it's a lot more harder and more severe than when I'm carrying boys. So it's not that I'm not having any issues or any pregnancy symptoms. It's more severe with girls. I gain a lot more weight. I was looking at pictures of my last pregnancy and my pregnancy with my son before. Not my 2 older children, but my 2 middle children, and obviously my youngest. And being pregnant with girls, I just gain a lot more weight. Morning sickness is more severe with girls, so I can't counter that out. I have had morning sickness with a boy, yeah. But with boys, what I've noticed, especially in my first pregnancy, which I remember quite well, is my smell senses are actually really strong. And I just want to say, everybody's different. You may have sort of similarities, but everybody's different. So don't go on everything I say, because obviously we're different shapes, sizes. But going to get the scan, I thought it would be a walk in the park. We'd just go in there, go out. It wasn't a horrible scan. So I went to see the baby, and I was thinking, oh, it'd be really nice to sort of get it over, because I just wanted to sort of rush it. I didn't want to wait around. I'm very impatient. So his legs were closed, and they said, and this is a nice tip I know now, so get a fizzy drink, jump up and down, and then we'll see you in about 10 minutes. And I got really agitated, and my friend was like, oh God, oh dear, because 2 other people came in, and they got seen before me after I had the drink. I was wobbling my belly around. I looked crazy, but obviously I was doing it for a reason. I wasn't so much jumping up and down, but obviously I was trying to move the belly. And another woman came, and I was like, I hope they don't see this woman before me. I didn't care, because I was getting really annoyed. I was thinking I might just go, and my friend was like, you can't go. And I was like, well, I don't care, I'm gonna go. And then they saw me, and the man was very nice. Like, he said, now the umbilical cord is between the legs. And I thought, oh no. So at this point I'm thinking, oh, if it's a boy it'd be more obvious it's probably a girl. And he looked through and he said, I'm sorry, you know, if this hurts, which I do appreciate, because my last scan before on the NHS, I honestly felt like the woman was trying to rip my belly open. And even though I am paying these people, it was nice in a way to have that consideration. And I was just like, no, do what you have to do. My last scan, I honestly felt, this is the first time I've gone through that, because I think this baby goes in difficult positions where he can't be seen very well. But my last scan, I don't know how my belly didn't rip open, because she was digging in hard and it was painful. And not even like, are you okay? So it's just totally a different element when you have a private scan. But so it goes, oh, there's something sticking out. And I just didn't want to be like, oh yeah, I just needed him to clarify. And he explained if there was 3 lines, it's normally a girl, but I don't see that. So in your next scan you can follow up, but there's definitely something sticking out. I was really relieved, and then stupidly, because there was no step towards the end, I fell down and bruised my leg, but I was so desperate to go wee that I just went into the toilet. My bladder's very weak, so I hate the thought of needing to wee. Like, I get nervous wheeze and wee about 15 times before I leave the house as well. But for scans, you do need a full bladder. So that's the story of finding out the gender. And coming out of the place, my friend and I was going to go to Asda's to get a sandwich, and I said, you know what, I want to relax, let's go get something hot to eat. She was like, okay. We went to get something, like, I smelt chips, really, that's the reason why, because I really am into chips, salted chips, which isn't the healthiest, but you know. So I got chips and a burger, and I love ketchup all over it. And what I noticed, compared to my last pregnancy, I get full up quite quick. I'm not under eating, I'm eating quite well, but I do get full up quite quick. And we went to a cafe, and then I wasn't going to tell my husband until I got home, and he called me up as I sent him a picture. He goes, well, do you know what we're having? I said, yeah. He goes, are you going to tell me? And I sent the picture, and I goes, well, did you see his picture? And he went, oh! And he was like, it's such a weird feeling, because we both knew it was a boy in our heart, but we both just needed that clarification. And I'm being very big-headed about it, not to everyone, but because I had a lot of envious on my husband's mum's side of the family, not his mum, but his brother's wife and his brother, because I had a boy, girl, and now I've had another girl, and they were like, well, we've got 2 boys, and even though my son's 13, my sister-in-law has 6 girls, and she has 2 boys, and she acts like she's a boy mum. I don't know. And I'm really gloating about being a mother of 3 each. I believe it comes from my side, even though technically they say it comes from the father's side. And I'm just going to go along with that, because my grandmother, my mother's side, not in order, has 5 boys and 5 girls. Most of the boys are the older ones, but the youngest one is a boy. And on my dad's side, there are 2 of each. So girl, boy, girl. I'm not sure. I think the girl's the oldest. I think my auntie's the oldest, or my uncle's the oldest. I'm pretty sure my auntie's the oldest. So like, I'm really gloating about it. Yeah, it comes from me. That's why we have 3 each. So I definitely feel complete. And I'm thinking about getting my tubes tied. I definitely feel complete. My husband's like, well, you might change your mind. I don't think I'm going to, because